Alright, in this video I'm going to be explaining the form and technique of deadlifts for beginners. This is a injury risk, very high movement. You can easily get injured in this, so it's important to pay attention. And I'm going to go through all the techniques you should know for deadlifting when you first start. First, I'm going to assume we're deadlifting conventional here. Personally, my idea is I recommend the conventional to everybody. I think that it's the most basic and it has more benefits than sumo. I'm going to make a separate video about that, but yeah, this video is only going to be about the conventional deadlift. I'm not even going to make a form video ever about the sumo deadlift because I don't sumo deadlift. But yeah, this video is about the conventional deadlift. So we're going to start with the hands. You want your hands, obviously, the wider your hands go, this could be a snatch grip deadlift. That's a different variation. So for this, we're going to want our hands to be quite narrow. Essentially, it depends on how wide your base is, but you're going to want your hands, like the side of your arm, your forearm, to be touching your quad when you're bending over, holding the bar. So pretty narrow. It doesn't really matter. And in terms of straps or not, personally, I wear straps. I feel very uncomfortable doing mixed grip, and I don't like the hook grip. And obviously, I can't hold 300 pounds without any of these methods. So I use I do use straps, and I think is a good. Obviously, I recommend you always use a belt for this movement too. So yeah, straps and a belt is the equipment you need. And now we're going to talk more about the form. One overlooked aspect of this is where you place your feet. And so if you want to know how to maximize your power output, it's simple. You're just standing up, jump as high as you can, and don't even think about it. Just land and see where your feet land. That's where you should. That's how you should deadlift, because this is your body's gonna naturally put you in the best spot when you land from this jump, and this is where you're gonna gain the most power in terms of leverages. All right, now, obviously, when you bend over to start, the whole time you're gonna want the barbell to be brushing against your shins and your thighs. So you want the barbell to be touching your shins, and yeah, I mean, so now the most important thing about this video, the most important thing I have to say about deadlifts is that you want to push the earth down. You do not want to pull the bar up. When you're a beginner and you look at people deadlifting lots of weight, you think this is a pull. Oh wow, he just pulled 500 pounds off the ground. He's so strong. He's not pulling. He's pushing it with his quads down into the earth, and he's hinging his butt forward. This is what it is. The deadlift is a hip hinge. It trains your spinal erectors and every muscle in the back of your body. It's great for mass. But yeah, so you're going to want to feel this in your quads. At first, it's not going to make sense. And but yeah, you're going to really want to focus on pushing the earth down, and this is going to make your form much better. Another thing is you probably might not know how to hip hinge. The majority of the beginners, when they start deadlifting, their butt rises before the barbell, and then they're highly prone to injury risk. And because, I mean, most men can deadlift 315 on their first day in the gym. So if you're deadlifting 315 with bad form, you can really hurt yourself. So in my opinion, how I did it and the best way to learn how to do a proper hip hinge is to do an elevated Romanian deadlift. Stand on like a 45-pound plate with the barbell, pick it up, and then just hinge your butt back as far as you can and bring the barbell down as close to the ground as you can without touching it and stand up. You need to learn what it feels like to activate your hamstrings with the deadlift. This is something that most beginners can't comprehend, but you need to know how to do this. When you do a deadlift, you want your butt to stay down before the bar comes up. And to do this, you need to push the earth down. It all ties together. Your quads need to be pushing the earth down instead of focusing on pulling the bar up. Now, we need to cut all the slack out. Your arms shouldn't be loose. You want your back to be tight, and you want your arms to be completely straight and quite firm. So this is all about getting the slack out before you conduct the deadlift. That obviously you don't want to do anything crazy at the top of the movement. Once you get there, you just want to stand up and don't lean back too much. Don't do anything crazy, and set it down slowly. Don't go too fast, but don't go too slow either. Going too slow is stupid. And you want to be able to breathe correctly. You want to exhale very slowly on the way up. If you're deadlifting heavy at the start and you're holding your breath the whole time, this happened to me when I was a beginner. You can get extreme headaches. And this does happen to you, just know it's your breathing. It's nothing else. You need to fix your breathing. And obviously, this movement is extremely risky. If you go too heavy, too much, you lose focus, you get too tired, and then all the injuries happen when your butt rises before the barbell. You're going to strain your back, and it's going to be in pain for a long time. And if you do this too much, you could be in pain for the rest of your life. So you don't want to ego lift on this movement, and programming is extremely important for the deadlift. I'll explain how to progress with the deadlift as a beginner in another video, because it's not just as simple as basic progressive overload where you just increase the weight every time or the sets and reps. You need to be smarter. So in terms of safety, and yeah, in terms of form, there's not much else. Just remember, you want the bar to be close to you. You want to push the earth down, and don't feel any shame in using straps. It's completely normal to not want to do a mixed grip if it feels weird and you feel unbalanced doing it. So yeah, that's the basics for the deadlift. That should be enough to get you started. Thank you for watching the video.